So, Tolly, what bubble are we popping today?
I don't know, Carla. Let's find out.
Happy Black History Month, everybody!
And happy Sunday!
Oh, man. How are you this fine Sunday, Carla?
I'm really tired. I want to take a nap. And I got a lot of work.
One more week of school.
Try not to cry.
One more week of school.
One more week. For real. 1 week and spring break.
I will be on a boat in Florida, y'all. So
I will be in a bed in New Bedford, Massachusetts.
Not you giving them your address.
I did not give him my Addy. It's literally just New Bedford, Massachusetts. It's where I live. It's my city.
Anyways, I'm so exhausted. Like, I be sleeping when I'm talking to people. That's how exhausted I am. I've caught myself lacking so many times this week. I'm like, Tolly, go to sleep.
Anyway, we about to pick up the energy. We have some exciting stuff planned for this episode. This is the last episode of our Celebrating Black History series, and I can't believe February is, over. This is the last day of February.
I told y'all, the white people will be making this month so short and then give us Black History Month. I'm just saying.
Today's the 27th, right?
Today's the 28th, the last day of February.
Guys, yesterday was my little, my nephew's birthday. Happy birthday, Leo. I love you.
We don't give shout-outs without getting paid. So,
he's literally 3.
Hand over the money.
He's 3 years old.
I have a college education to think of. Hand over
Go away. Anyways. And yesterday was Haitian Independence.
Was it really?
The 27th?
Was it really?
It's Haitian Independence Day.
No, that's not. That's January 1st.
Then what was it Dominican Independence? I'm confused. Anyway, back it up. Now that's hurting me. Is it Dominican Independence Day or Haitian Independence Day?
I'm pretty sure it's Dominican.
I feel like I should know this.
You want to be a Haitian so bad. Jesus. You want to be a Haitian so bad,
I'm not going to say anything. You want to be Dominican so bad.
It was Dominican Independence Day. How you going to forget your own Independence Day?
It's too much going on the 27th.
You want to be a Haitian so bad.
It's too much going on the 27th.
Okay. We accept it. Come over to the next island.
We're not putting this in.
No, we are.
No, we're not.
Yasmin, please put this in.
No.
Because Carla wants to be a Haitian so bad.
No.
Anyways, Carla the Haitian. Like Carla said, sadly today is our last Black History Month series. But y'all know us. We gonna keep uplifting the black people. Because we don't need a month to do it. We post every 2 weeks. So we'll just uplift some black people some more. But to start this episode, y'all, we have a very, very, very special guest. I told y'all we was coming reckless with the guest this year.
Another one.
Another guest.
And we love this one just as much as the last one.
I mean, these past 2 guests, they've just... Let me start by saying the impact Kasamba had and the special guest today have on my high school career.
Facts.
History. I don't think I would made it through high school without them. I genuinely do not think I would be where I am without them. Her name is Miss Chyra Wiliams, freshman at Howard University.
Yeah.
She got to represent the HBCU on this fine Black History Month. But yeah, we met Chyra our freshman year. She was our prefect.
She was a junior. She was a junior.
Look at us with these connections.
Wow. She took us in like her little children's.
But yeah, Chyra is literally in simple words, a big sister that I've always wanted. She's always giving these amazing advice. And just the memories we shared together. I mean, these memories are for the books. But
I will forever remember going to Chyra's room. Sitting on her beanbag.
All I'm going to say is...
While she's up on her bed eating cereal.
All I'm going to say is man bun. And Chyra, no.
All right. Without further ado, here is Chyra.
Hey.
What's up?
Hi, everybody.
Chyra, introduce yourself. Where you from?
So I'm Chyra Williams. I'm from Paterson, New Jersey, class of 2020 SG. I go to Howard University.
Yeah.
You, um, what else? Yeah, you guys made me sound so old. I'm literally maybe like a year and a half older than you guys.
We're very young for our
remember
grade.
we're like 12. So
No, it just seems like that because you're small.
You're like 2 years older than us.
You're like 4 years
2 to 3 years older.
2 max. You're bugging.
How old are you?
I'm 18.
When do you turn 19?
Don't worry about that.
she's like a year.
Your birthday's in April.
She's like a year
Yeah,
and a half.
my birthday's
No, you
April
got-
17.
You got like almost 2.5 years on us.
Okay. But yeah, you guys are like my little sisters. And say likewise, I really don't think, junior year was tough. And I really appreciate you guys because you really motivated me to keep on going.
Oh,
We love you.
we love you.
Love you more.
All right. So for this episode, I know we talked about a lot of historical Black figures, but today we're going to be on the contemporary side. We're going to be going into some modern Black history. So each of us, the 3 of us, have all chosen 2 people, and we're going to talk about these people. And yeah, so
Disclaimer: we picked all women. Shout out to my Black men listening to this podcast. You are part of Black history. We just didn't pick you for this one, but shout out to y'all because y'all are part of this history. But for this specific episode, we didn't mention any of y'all. But again, it wasn't purposely.
yeah, it was not intentional at all. It was just a quinky dink, and it happened, and we're just gonna roll with it.
We're just gonna roll with it. But
Yes.
we'll shout you out during Father's Day month.
In May.
In May, we'll give you the
No,
whole month.
Father's Day is in June.
Wait, Mother's Day is in May.
Oh,
Yo,
You
Oh,
know
my
what?
poor babies.
We'll
somebody needs to
dedicate.
buy me a calendar.
We'll dedicate April to Men's History Month. How about that? No? Okay, that's fine. We'll
Well,
talk about it later.
We'll talk about it.
Table that.
But yeah, I'm excited. Should we get started?
Who wants to go first?
For sure.
Let's rock, paper, scissors.
Rock, paper, scissors. Okay, ready?
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. You're going first.
All right. I guess I'll go first. All right. So my first person, very popular. We love her very much in this world. We got Miss Rihanna. Had to do it to her. Yup. Yup.
Wow thoughts. Wow, wow.
Why is it that we always end up singing on this
Because
podcast?
we can't actually play music or else we'll get copyrighted. So the best they're gonna get is our
All right,
voices.
I guess. All right, let me get into some brief history. Now, we're breaking away from that New York, Jersey representation. We got some Caribbean representation up here.
Shout out. Shout out.
Rihanna is from the Barbados.
Not the.
Barbados, like the Barbados, you know what I'm talking
Yes. The Barbados.
about? The Barbados.
Caribbean queen.
For real. But her full name is Robin Rihanna Fenty. And
that's where Fenty comes from.
Yeah.
Oh shoot.
it comes from her name. But yeah, so she was born Robin Rihanna Fenty. Like she is even her name just I love that woman with everything in me. But anyway, her birthday is February 20th. Should be a national holiday, in my opinion. Okay, right?
We'll work on it.
We'll work on it. We'll bring it to the manager. Anyway, growing up, her life wasn't so easy. But growing up, she dealt with a lot of stuff. Her father struggled with addictions like alcohol, and he used crack cocaine. Her parents had marital issues. I think they divorced when she was like 14 years old. And on top of that, and I never knew this until I researched this, she dealt with chronic headaches throughout her childhood. And she ended up hiding those from people at school and from everybody because she didn't want people to think that there was anything wrong with her. Which, honestly, I relate to, but damn, like, I had no idea.
I think she mentioned it in one of her interviews.
Yeah.
Or an article I read.
Yeah, she talks about it now, but I had no idea. But because of all the stuff that was going on in her life, she started singing, and it was a release for her and her troubles at home. And so I think when she was 15 years old, she started a girl group with 2 of her classmates, and then eventually I think there was a music producer from the US who was on vacation in Barbados, and he heard her and he was like blown away. So by the time she was 16 years old, she got signed to a record label and she moved here to the US. And from there she started her music career, and then we got all these hits like Take a Bow, Umbrella, Disturbia, Work, Wild Thoughts, Diamonds.
Needed Me.
Yes, that's a good one too. But if you know my girl Riri, you know that she is so much more than a singer though. She is an actress, a businesswoman. She has done so many things. She has so many accolades, bro. Let me tell you. She has acted in movies like Valerian, I don't know if you saw that one, Home, which was the like animated movie, and then Ocean's 8. That was such a good movie. She was a little hacker.
Guys, I love Home. Like that little purple alien. Like that movie was ballin'.
And that movie was deep too.
For no reason.
Nah, but yeah, so recently, or more recently, not like too recent, but you know, she got her Savage X Fenty. She got her clothing line is popping.
If you want to sponsor us, Rihanna, we would love to.
Facts. Rihanna, if you're listening, please sponsor us. But she has 9 Grammys, 10 signature fragrances.
Period.
Facts. 9 Grammys. Like, thriving beauty and lingerie business for all of the Savage X Fenty connoisseurs out there.
AKA me.
She's broken a handful of Guinness World Records, including becoming the first Black woman to be the face of Dior. She did it.
She did it.
She did it.
Didn't she just become like the first millionaire?
I think I think it's like the first Black woman to have a business worth over $1 billion or something like that.
As she should during Black History
Period.
Month. Period.
Period.
She's doing her thing, and I know we haven't got an album in like 5 years.
We're really still waiting. I mean,
it's okay. If she never makes an album again, at least she left with a good album.
A song would be nice because I can't afford your makeup or your lingerie or your skincare. So I'm just saying. Think of the.
She also got a luxury clothing line.
Just think of the poor people like me who just cannot afford those things right now. A free song on Spotify would bless. And you have money too. Like, I'm just saying, Rihanna. I'm just saying.
Why are you asking Riri for stuff? Appreciate her and what she has already given to us. Stop looking at me like that. Anyways. That's Riri. She doing her thing. And we love her for it. We celebrate her. This day and every day.
And she be advocating for rights too.
Facts.
So,
she does.
She has never once switched up.
Never.
Ever.
That's one of the things I love about her.
She better be in those books. Hopefully she never dies so she doesn't have to be remembered as history.
In my mind, Rihanna she lived forever.
That's so interesting how you say her name, because I say Rihanna.
It's Rihanna.
It's Rihanna.
That's how you say it.
So
but the Americanized version is Rihanna.
So it's Rihanna.
No, it's Rihanna.
Rihanna.
But does she say Rihanna?
She says Rihanna.
Yeah, she says Rihanna.
Oh.
Just like how they be butchering.
Not the American colonizing Rihanna's name. Oh, now I gotta change.
But they do that to everybody's name.
They do. They do. Camila Cabello.
Isn't it Cabello?
It's Cabello, but people used to be saying Cabello.
Anyways, we're not gonna talk about her on this podcast. Not during Black History Month. So next.
Oh. Period.
All right, who's next?
All right, Chyra, rock, paper, scissors.
Girl, just go.
You don't want to rock, paper, scissors?
She's our guest.
No, I go.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, so I gotta do the one and only Viola Davis here.
Yes.
Because anything she touches is just like she's gonna do the thing. Any role.
Period.
So Viola Davis, she is from St. Matthews, South Carolina, and she attended Rhode Island College and Juilliard School. Ooh, Juilliard. Juilliard. But a lot of y'all probably know her for her role in, well, she plays a lot of roles. I first saw Viola Davis in The Help. Yeah. Because I don't know, that was just my first time seeing her. But she played in Fences. She plays most infamously How to Get Away with Murder, and I'm still upset that show went off.
The way we talk about the show on a daily,
we do every episode.
Every episode we mention How to Get Away with Murder.
I mean, she just did what she has to do. She just does it, and when she cry,
oh my god.
Yo, when she cry, you feel the pain.
Yup.
On point, like the snot running down her nose, everything. But, 1 second. So I could read off her resume, but that's just gonna take forever. But she is an actress and a producer. She won an Emmy Award and an Academy Award. She has 2 Tony Awards. And she is the first African American to receive the Triple Crown of Acting. And she was named one of the most 100 influential people in the world. And she has a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame because I honestly still don't think that's enough.
I also think she's the first Black woman to win an Emmy.
I think she is too.
Yeah. Which says a lot about our Emmy and award shows if y'all not paying attention.
It says everything about.
It says everything.
About all the awards, like the Grammys, the Emmys, the Tonys.
They really be playing our Black people
everything.
dirty.
Really, just be playing them. And I could just go on a rant about award shows. So I don't want to take away from people's achievements when I say this, because some people definitely earned it, but it's definitely rigged. It's definitely
rigged. Like, y'all telling me, I don't even remember something that won that just should have never won, and I was sitting there.
Every time I watch the Grammys, I wanna punch the TV. Right. I just want to punch the TV.
Even the Grammy nominations.
Or that I don't know which award show was it, but not taken away from Doja, but she got an award for R&B music. What R&B music does she play? Does she make?
Gonna hate me, but when Billie Eilish won all those awards against all those Black artists, I was sitting there and I was like, no.
Don't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense.
But hey.
But
it's the world we live in.
Yes. But back to giving our roses to Viola. Talia, right? She was the first Black woman to win an Emmy in 2015. 2015. It took a Black woman to win an Emmy. That's crazy. But honestly, I like Viola Davis because, of course, it's just something to see a Black woman get her roses. Not even that. She was dark skinned. She got her kinky, curly hair. And it's just nice to have that representation on TV. And I just really appreciate her for all her work. And I hope she gets all her roses and then some while she's here on Earth. And I'm going to need another show and another movie.
My turn. I gotta start big. And I love this woman to death.
I know you do.
I would die for this woman.
You would. She would.
Oh my God. Issa Rae. Issa Rae.
This is Tally's all-time favorite celebrity of all time.
Just give me 1 second because I just need.
Here we go.
No, y'all, because I don't think y'all understand. I love this woman. Love this woman. Let me tell y'all about Issa Rae. You know what's so funny? How you said we were moving from New York people. I was just like, no more New York people. I was like, no more. But Issa Rae was born in Los Angeles, California. You know how to switch it up.
West Coast.
Too many New York people coming through this podcast. And her credentials, they just flow when they flow. She's a director, she's an actor, she's a writer, she's a producer. And if you know Issa Rae and you know her story, she's come such a long way. She started off on YouTube. and she has these like this like show called The Misadventures of an Awkward Black Girl, and they're literally on YouTube for free, so like you might as well sit down and watch them. And they're like these short little clips, and they're so funny. Like I didn't know them at first because I started watching Issa Rae when she was on Insecure, which is on HBO, and I'm gonna put y'all on. You know,
I love Insecure.
weekly.
You know it's ending?
Yeah, season 5.
I'm on season 3 right now.
I finally put Carla on after years of telling her to watch it.
That's a lie. That is just a lie.
I count my months and years, so I've been telling you for years. So that's where we're at.
That's a lie. That's not funny.
I'm so sad Insecure is going off.
It is such a good show. Oh my god! Literally, I watch it. I watch it here. I got to the 3rd season.
She was
today.
literally watching it like Monday. So let's just talk about that. But
don't expose me.
No, but
it's a good show. Go watch it.
She did this for like 3 years, like this little show on YouTube, and she got like recognized for it. She won a Shorty Award for Best Web Series in 2012. And then she moved on to so many other things, but she created and directed Insecure, which is kind of like based on Awkward Black Girl, but it's like, I wouldn't say better, but it's top tier.
It is top tier.
It's top tier. Like, I'm telling you, if you don't have HBO, go subscribe, because this will be the best show you watch. Like, it's so good. The acting is so good. And I love Kelly. Shout out to Kelly.
Yes.
Kelly is I aspire to be like Kelly. But yeah, it like Chyra and Carla said, there's 4 seasons, and sadly, we are on our last season. And I know they're gonna deliver because season 4 ended with this plot twist, y'all. And let me tell y'all something. I'm not gonna spoil for Carla and all you listeners out there, but
I'm scared.
Lawrence,
stop! No! I don't want to hear anything else. Nope.
That's all I'm gonna say. Lawrence,
y'all need a whole episode dedicated to Insecure. Listen, because
after season 5 ends, we're gonna talk about the whole show, beginning to end. So y'all got a whole year to catch up, because once season 5 is finished, all bets are off. I promise you, we will dedicate a whole episode to Insecure. Like, this is how much I love the show. But I mean, she also has other shows and movies. Like, one of my favorite movies, it's The Photograph, and she's with Lakeith. And my God,
I love Lakeith.
Me too.
I went to see that movie with Cassandra and Carrie. And that movie is just pure black love, y'all. Like, pure black love. My heart, just beautiful. I recommend.
Strongly.
It's just beautiful. She's also on Netflix with a movie called Lovebirds. I watched it. It's very,
oh my god, that movie.
It's very funny. Like, I have to give it credit. Like, that movie
is
so funny, and y'all should watch it. But yeah,
she's a true comedian.
She really is.
Like a true comedian.
Yeah.
She has me rolling every time.
Every time, even on and off the camera, like just like during her like daily life and how she interacts with like celebrities and the stories she tells. I just love her.
And also, I love watching her, like, her receiving awards. And she has this award she won where she's literally like, it's like she just telling everyone, like, and the most like comedic Issa Rae ever, like, yeah, that's me. I did that. All of y'all better pay me my money, run me my stuff. And it's just so, like, her personality is amazing.
It's unmatched.
It's unmatched. No one will top Issa Rae. And on top of that, her style, her hair, and she's always advocating for black people and giving black actors and people of color a role in her films. So
true that.
Props to her, because she's really living the life and she embraces her blackness. And back to Insecure, she literally creates, like, I'm not telling y'all this is like a comedic show. Like, this show is deep to its core.
Yeah, because it's real.
It's real. Like, I could truly imagine myself as some of these characters. I mean, they like a little old and like experienced. But when you think about it, like, some of the stuff she talks, like, I think in like season 4 they talk about pregnancy and like, what's that called again? Postpartum depression, and how that feels to be a black woman, and like going through postpartum depression. And y'all know Black women don't even be recognized in the medical field and are literally treated as trash. So imagine a show taking like 20 minutes to focus on that. Like, this is some real stuff. And I just need y'all to sit down and watch it. Maybe she'll give us a season 6. Who knows?
I hope so.
Who knows?
She said no.
There's still a year, so who knows? She also has a memoir based on, like, it's called The Misadventures of an Awkward Black Girl. It's a really good book. I recommend. And yeah, that's Issa Rae, the baddie of all time. I would literally jump in front of a car for her.
A car?
A car.
Yeah, I like her. I definitely would like to spend a day with her.
Yeah.
Same. We would have so much fun.
Even a second. Even if I was in her presence for like 2 seconds, I feel like God could take me away and I'd be like, I lived a happy life, you know?
Because you met Issa Rae.
Because I met Issa Rae. Oh my God, Issa Rae, if you're listening to this, please just, hi, my name is Tolly.
Manifest it.
I'm just gonna manifest it.
I'll manifest for you.
Manifest for me, y'all.
I got you.
One day I'll see her down the street in Los Angeles, California. Who knows?
You should send this episode to her in her DMs.
Honestly, I should. We should also send all the episodes we've ever talked about Shonda Rhimes to Shonda Rhimes. But
Shonda Rhimes is gonna sue us.
I think she would block us. So, it's okay. But yeah. Moving on.
Is it back to me?
It's back to you.
Ooh. Okay. My next and final person is Miss Serena Williams. Now,
I love her.
Serena Williams is goated in every way possible. Like,
every way. She's
one of the greatest athletes of all time, and nobody can tell me otherwise. She is an amazing person. Like, everything about her, like, I aspire to be Serena Williams. Now, I know I'm not gonna be, like, an athlete or anything, like, crazy, but I want to be Serena Williams. Anyway.
Her work ethic is crazy.
Right? Like, I'm gonna get into that right now.
Wasn't she pregnant?
Yes.
Yeah.
Tournaments?
Yeah.
Y'all gonna give her the respect she deserves.
Facts.
Because my butt would have been home. Home, I say. Home.
The moment I find out I'm pregnant, I'm
sitting down.
I ain't lifting a finger.
They still try to say she cheated when she won that award.
And they be belittling her to the core, bro. Like, it's not even funny.
No, we're gonna talk about that. All right, let me get into her background. Her birthday is September 6th, 1981. So, she was born in Michigan. And she was raised in Compton, California. Some West Coast for y'all. She is the youngest of 5 daughters. And I don't know if y'all know this, but her sister Venus is also another famous tennis player. And so her father was a sharecropper in Louisiana. And he learned from like tennis books and videos how to coach his daughters, Serena and Venus. So they would spend 2 hours daily practicing, and they would literally work themselves to the bone on a concrete court. Like, they had to avoid, this is in, I'm pretty sure, Compton. Like, they avoiding potholes and practicing without nets and doing what they can to be the best. Like, if that's not resilience, I don't know what is. But growing up in Compton meant developing a sense of fight, too. And that same fight is the thing that characterizes her personality and her drive on and off the court. And so, if y'all know tennis, y'all know that it's not a sport that was ever meant to include Black people. So, she was dominating this white-dominated sport. And the reason why she transcended and was so successful and is so successful is because she just was who she is. And I think she always stayed true to herself and her character. And so, looks don't really matter, but she would embrace her curves and always wear her hair in her signature Afro-style ponytail. And her energy was always, like, she always brought the energy. Always, whenever she went to play. And one of the things that I find most inspiring about her is that she has this ability to rise above criticism, whether it's because of her age, the way she plays, her body, or her being a mother. She always sets the standard, and she has accomplished so much in the sport. Like, it blows me away what this woman has done.
I think maybe I'm saying this wrong because I'm not 100% sure, but I think that some of her calls have been like, tennis is not made for black people. That doesn't mean we don't dominate, because we dominate in everything we do. But the rules of tennis, certain rules are not made for us because of our body types. And I'm pretty sure a lot of her calls were because of the way her body was like I'm just like I don't want to say the wrong information, because like I don't want to give the wrong information to our listeners out there. But a lot of the times, because of the way, how do I say this?
I got you. It's like I don't know what you're talking about, but what I'm thinking of what you're saying, what I'm getting from, like I remember one time she had on some type of like outfit for tennis, which is technically it was acceptable, but they try to say it was distracting. But we all know it's because like her body was popping and it ain't distracting. Right. It's not distracting. You just hate it, and that's okay. But yeah, she definitely got called out for that.
I think, and one of the biggest like points in her career, which she faced so much criticism for, was
tantrum she
threw. That championship. What is it? Wimbledon? What's it called?
It was Wimbledon,
something like that. And she and mind you, like, tennis players throw tantrums all the time.
Have you seen
every athlete, bro?
Tennis?
Like every athlete, like. If you haven't watched like a video of a tennis players, like the men, the women, they all do this. Like they throw their rackets on the ground.
Rackets be breaking, and then like, the one black woman who does it, all of a sudden go crazy.
She did it, and she was fined like so much money. And then everybody was criticizing her. People were like, they were making like cartoons and mocking her as like a gorilla or something. Like,
something racist for sure. Like, or some type of animal.
Yeah, and it's like. She does the thing that everybody does, but because she's a black woman, now you have this angry black woman trope, and she's gonna get criticized for it in the media and fined, and people trying to ruin her career over this. But she rose
in the most simple way, in the most simplest way. That whole thing was racist. Every single person who participated in it was racist, and y'all can't tell me to this day it wasn't racist, because there's this, I think it's the same lady who made fun of her, did the same thing she did.
She did.
Yup.
But nobody said nothing to her.
Nobody said nothing.
Nobody say nothing. One time Brady be throwing a tantrum on the football field, but let Serena do it. No, I'm not gonna say she was throwing a tantrum, but she was expressing she was expressing aggravation.
Like any athlete would who just
any great athlete does it.
Exactly. But I want to go through her accolades real quick.
As you should.
Because
name them all.
This woman has...
We got time.
Anyway. Alright. She became the first African-American woman to win a Grand Slam singles title in the Open era. I don't know what the hell that means, but she did that when she was 14. 14 years old.
What was we doing when we was 14?
We was...
chilling.
Freshman year.
Guys, I was learning how to play soccer.
Me too.
Another one. She became the third African-American woman to hold the #1 ranking. She is the second woman to hold all 4 Grand Slams simultaneously twice. She won the 2007 Australian Open despite being unseeded. Again, I don't know what any of this means, but she did it. She completed the career Golden Slam by winning at the Olympics in 2012. She's won, and she has won a record total of 23 Grand Slam singles titles. She jointly holds the record for the longest run as the #1 ranked female player. She has won 14 Grand Slam women's doubles along with her sister Venus. She has the third most Grand Slam titles combined, and she was Sports Illustrated's Sports Person of the Year in 2015. So, and there's a lot more. I'm pretty sure she just went back and won another title.
Yeah.
Recently.
Yeah, but I didn't want to cut you off, but unseeded is like when you're not ranked in the top, like
that's it.
I don't remember like the number, I got you. But it's like when you're not ranked, and I think I don't know if I'm right, but I think Venus was the first woman to be unseeded and like go through like the finals. So
both of them,
those sisters, they be killing it. Shout out to
Definitely. I just wanted to say I love them so much. And when I was younger, I had this thing where I would watch like documentaries for athletes, and I watched their documentary maybe like 3 times, like of them like growing up and just like their career as a Venus and Serena, like to becoming like the greatest athletes in the world. And I would like to say that Serena Williams story about when how she gave birth and like the doctors not listening to her definitely inspired me to be a doctor. Actually, I wrote on that, and that she got me into college, to be honest. But shout out to Serena. And I love you so much.
No, yeah, definitely. I always use that example because I think it's like, and we'll definitely talk about this.
We're gonna talk about this. Don't worry about it.
This podcast not going anywhere, so just stay tuned. But her story is so frustrating. Like, it's so frustrating, and I know it's frustrating because I've experienced the same thing where I've told like a doctor like something is wrong, and they just didn't believe me to the point where I had to like find someone else. The whole thing that happened with me was unbelievable. And you know, you read about it in the news and you see it in the news and you talk about how black women aren't treated, but like for me as a, how old was I at the time? 15, 14, when I was told we did the x-rays, we did this, nothing is wrong with you, like, and then to go to someone else and then be like, no, yeah, you're definitely not okay, like, here's what you need to do. Like, that's crazy because she could have died. And it's just, don't worry, y'all, we're gonna talk about it because
for sure
it's ridiculous. But yeah,
really unacceptable.
who's your next one, Chyra?
Me.
Yeah.
So next we have the one and only Laverne Cox. A lot of you may know her for her role in Orange is the New Black as Sophia. She was slaying the hair. And Laverne Cox is from Mobile, Alabama, and she was raised by her single mother and her grandmother. And fun fact, she has identical twin brother that played her. You know how like in Orange is the New Black they have that like flashback stories and when like how they ended up in jail.
Yeah,
her brother played her transition, like part of her role when she
They look
retransitioned. That's what twins do.
Sarcastic.
Caught you slipping.
Caught me slipping.
Okay. But, you know, she is most infamous for her role in Orange is the New Black, and she is a strong advocate and activist for LGBTQ rights. She was the first transgender person to be nominated for an Emmy. So that's good. It's like Black and trans, can we talk about intersectionality, please? But what I was gonna say. She also, okay, I'm going to give you a little bit about her early life. As I said, she was born in Mobile, Alabama. She was raised by a single mother and a grandmother, and she attempted suicide at age 11 when she noticed that she had feelings for another boy. And I just want to say, people out there listening, go to somebody if you're feeling suicidal. It's like, don't do it. And everyone, we love you. Somebody loves you. And don't do it. We can find a way to work it out. And also, yeah, there's always a way, but just don't do it. And what else? So she graduated of Alabama School of Fine Arts in Birmingham, Alabama. And she studied for 2 years at Indiana University and then transferred to Marymount Manhattan College. So she also made a lot of appearances. She's on Law and Order. Her first appearance on like TV was I Want to Work for Diddy. She was a contestant. And so much more. She has lots and lots of awards. Uh, she has an Anti-Violence Project Courage Award, Reader's Choice Award, Woman of the Year. Named to be the Ebony Power 100 list. I'm just reading some because she has a lot. But awarded honorary doctorate from the New School and received the Claire Skiffington Vogue Award from Transgender Law Center. And she's really big because for me, that was like really the first transgender person I ever seen on like TV. And for her to be a Black woman at that, so hats off to her.
Especially with all of the statistics about transgender Black women and how very few of them survive. It's like crazy, and I admire her for being herself. I mean, there's nothing else that she should be other than herself, because if you're not living as your true self, then there's
what are you doing?
Right. So I don't know, just her ability to do that is crazy to me, and that representation, that intersectionality, I think it's just important to have in the media, and the fact that she was one of the first to do it again, because all of these women are always the first to do something. But
took a lot of courage and really brave, especially like you said, the world we live in. I think the life expectancy for like a transgender person is, I'm gonna say 35. Like that's the like the risk of like being murdered and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, it takes a lot to be who you truly want to be. Especially in a world where we're so, what's the word? So normalized to be like, follow this path and follow this path. So like, for her to, stick to who she truly is and advocate for other people who might feel the same way, that's big.
Yeah.
Big.
And the fact that she doesn't have to, but she chooses to do it anyway.
Yeah, that took a lot.
It's a big thing, especially when you don't have to.
It's a lot of weight to carry, especially when you're one of the only ones.
Yep.
Period. Especially as a Black woman.
Especially as a Black woman.
Intersectionality.
Talk about it.
All right. My turn. Circling back.
The last one.
When I saw this name, I just had to do it because I don't think she gets a lot of credit. And I can't say I know everything about her because I'm just now giving her the flowers and the recognition that she deserves. But she does a lot, and I don't think people know that she does. So, I picked Ava DuVernay.
Yeah.
Let me tell you about Ava DuVernay,
talk about it.
Because she was born in Long Beach, California. I'm really representing California today.
Yo,
so
the West Coast is
shout out
heavy.
To my West Coast people today. This podcast is for y'all. She's a filmmaker, writer, director, producer, and in her like childhood, she was inspired to like do all of like acting and like she was into theater and stuff. So I think it was her grandma or aunt was spending extra hours and extra time trying to, help her aspirations, her dreams come true. So one of the things I love about Ava is that she uses her talent to tell stories, not just like random stories, but to tell the most meaningful stories, most impactful stories you will ever listen to, read, watch. Like, oh my god, like she is just so amazing. So and she's always advocating for something, she's always fighting for someone, and It's just like, she's amazing. Some of her works are 13th. It's on Netflix. I honestly think this is something everyone has to see at least once in their lifetime.
I agree.
It's very hard to watch. I think as Black people, just watching
it's like trauma porn.
Yeah, watching history and the way the system belittled you and treated you is very hard to watch. It's traumatic, and you didn't even live it. But I think 13th is something that everyone has to watch. So she directed it and created it. And she became the first black woman because of this movie to be nominated by the Academy as a director in a feature. I mean, that's big. A nomination, it's not a win, but I generally think when you're nominated for something, you're recognized.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Your name is out there. It holds weight. And her name holds weight. Like, her name
so much.
It's heavy, man. It's heavy. She also did Selma, which is also another great, wonderful movie about, civil rights movement and Martin Luther King.
That was a good movie.
It was a really good movie.
I watched it. How old was I when this came out? I was like 10 years old.
I was not allowed to watch it when it came out, but I watched it a few years ago.
I was 10 years old watching this movie, bawling my eyes out on my couch next to my dad.
And then
every movie she make, I want to cry. I have to cry.
And this one, till this day, I will never watch this movie or this series ever again. I just can't.
Me either.
Like, my heart, I don't think my heart can physically, like, handle it. Like, even when I'm on an Instagram and I see it or I see a clip, I immediately scroll past.
Same.
Like, I generally cannot do it. It is trauma porn to its core. But it's on Netflix, and it's called When They See Us. It's about the Central Five.
Exonerated.
Exonerated Five.
Yes, the Exonerated Five. And I just, oh my
god, it was a limited series, right? I don't know if it's called a show or a documentary or what it is.
Cry. But
I want to see it's a documentary.
Yeah,
it's just generally so hard to sit there and be like you can't sit there and watch that show and tell me that the system isn't like messed up. You generally cannot sit there. Like, we're talking about children. I can't. I'm not like I can't even, like, words can't describe the pain I felt sitting there. Like, I'm thinking, like, when I sat down and played, I was let me tell y'all how my day went when I was doing this. I was braiding my hair. Like, something I thought I could just watch while I braid my hair.
You know, that's so funny. I watched it while I was taking out my braids.
And at one point I had to, like, stop braiding my hair because I was shaking and I was crying. Like, it was unbelievable, the pain I felt. Like, I felt like I was one of these kids just going through life, going through a system that just thought of them as murderers, like rapists, and it was ridiculous to me. I was like, oh my god, I just can't. Like, we're not gonna talk about it because I just can't. But
it's one of those films though that you need to watch. Once.
I honestly can only watch it once. Yeah. I will never sit back down and watch it ever.
And it's so crazy because it's like real life. Like, people actually went through this. But I like her. Like how she calls attention to it, because I feel like as Black people, most of the time we're in like this survival mindset, so you don't really pay attention to like the trauma that you and like your people before you have been through. So she really like calls attention to like sit down and like, look, this is it.
Yeah.
This is what happened.
Yeah. The series, it was nominated for 16 award Emmys. I honestly think it should have won every single Emmy it was nominated for, because this is just, I'm telling y'all, I know Black History is over today, but it's never too late to sit down and watch something. And this series is just,
whew. And this was like, it's based from what happened in 1989.
This is based on a true story. I don't know if y'all got that, but this is based on a true story. This isn't fiction. This is real. Like, 5 people went through this. They went through this for oh my
god. Not even that. I'm sorry, I know we're not just talking about the movie, but I just feel so bad. Like, this is literally their worst nightmare. And then for you to come out of jail and the guy who took like a whole ad out on you on your like execution is now was the leader of the country. Oh no, hats off to them also, because so strong.
Right. I remember I watched the
Oprah Winfrey one
series, like they did like a question and answer, and I just like watched them sitting there talking about their experience, and I couldn't. I was shaking for them. I don't know how they ever like was able to do that.
Jail's already a scary place, but these kids were like 12.
Don't get me started on the prison system.
Like, this isn't like grown adults being thrown in jail. These are children. And and people still fail to understand this. The system is literally like messed up.
These were children who were literally coerced by police officers.
By the system that so many of you choose to believe in and so many of you choose to back up were coerced. Now imagine if your child, for those adults who have children, were coerced into saying they raped someone and then spent their whole life in a system in a jail. You wouldn't be mad? You would think that's okay? You would be fine with that?
Like with no rights. Like
half the time I swear y'all don't have any empathy or any common sense, but that's off topic.
No, it's really crazy because I remember. Never mind.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say, like, the first time I realized it, I have to say I was a senior, but this was probably like my first like breakdowns in the class because we were talking about something about like authority, like the army or something, and I'm on the point of view like the authority is not always right, and I was arguing with a Caucasian classmate, and bro, like I just got so heated because they're like all like the white people are like, like the cops know what they're doing. Like, I trust that if they put this person in jail, they know what they're doing. Like he obviously did it. And I'm like, are you crazy? Like, are you awake right now? That was probably like the most heated discussion I ever had in class. And of course my back against the wall because I was the only black person in that class.
They got the most trust in the system.
Yo, this is off topic, but being at this school and when we have these conversations, no offense to some of the white people that listen to this, but I truly dislike y'all sometimes. And because this is popping the bubble, and I keep it real I keep it real every single 2 weeks. Sometimes some of the stuff y'all say, I'm just like, do you hear yourself? Do you hear yourself? Because I've had conversations where white people, by the way, and white people, if you ever do this, I need you to stop. I need you to open your eyes and stop. Where white people have told me how to feel as a black person, as a black woman. Can you shut up for 2 seconds, please? And tell me how you know how I feel. We don't look the same. We don't act the same, and we're definitely not treated the same. So I'm just saying, like, I didn't mean to get off topic, and I knew I was going to get off topic the moment I said this series, because this series brings so much pain and emotions to me. But sometimes having these conversations, I'm just like, I need you to go over there and shut up. And then it's hard, because you can't be the angry black woman in a full of, like, 10 white people. You can't. Because then everybody's like, well, I just think you're overreacting. I don't think it's that deep. It's just a conversation. No, it's not a conversation. It's my life. Literally. It's literally my life.
And the teachers, not gonna lie, the teachers who just let it slide and just happen, like,
And the teachers will be like, okay, let's all take a breather. Let's calm down. Blah, blah, Tali, I hope you understand what blah, blah, blah is trying to say, and blah, blah, blah.
Like, no, do you understand what I'm saying?
No. And then I don't think you understand.
They'll apologize to you privately.
Oh my God.
Don't, like, if you wouldn't say it in class, don't say it to me. I'm not gonna lie.
This happened to me a few weeks ago. And I was like, please don't ever do this to me ever again. Everything I say in class, I mean it with the utmost disrespect. If it comes out disrespect, it was meant with disrespect. If you counter argument me, you better say it with your chest.
Right.
Because we're in class. We're in class to learn. We're in class to talk. So if you're going to say something that disagrees with me, say it with your chest.
I'm not gonna lie. When I was in class, Reverend Kirby did have my back. I'm not gonna lie.
Don't huff.
Don't name drops.
Don't do a little. No, it's okay. Don't do a little huff. And then when we go out, you're like, you know what I'm saying?
The teacher did have my back.
Nah, but that's just all I'm saying. Like, if you're gonna have a conversation with me or in a class setting, don't be all up on the other side and then after you go, I hope you know I didn't mean it like that. Like, I was just trying to counter argue. Yeah,
Yeah, I hate that.
You said
like, you said it, you meant it.
Keep it 100. Right. Keep it a buck. Because I don't lie. I never counter argue. You know, every time in class, they're like, think about it from the other side. If the other side is wrong, I'm not thinking about it. What I gotta think about it for? There's no point in wasting my time.
It be the classmates too, like just coming up to you and apologize or be like, "Are you okay?" Like, what do you mean? Am I
What
okay?
do you want me to say to you? What do you need?
What does that mean? Am I okay? No.
I'm just laughing because that's really how it be.
No, I
It's
don't
funny
think,
at this point.
I don't think y'all understand. This is something we go through like daily,
on a daily basis.
like on a daily basis, and it's not even to like put down the school. It's just annoying at this point.
Yeah,
like
it's
we
just people. It's not even. It's like people.
It's just people. Like, can you?
Hey, our PWI series.
No, because that PWI series is gonna be way too long. We're never gonna finish.
It's
Every week is something else.
Yep. It really is. Oh my god.
It's okay. I'm here for the good education and the amazing people I'm surrounded by.
You're
3/4
welcome.
of the time. Not you.
Don't do that.
Back to Ava. I'm so sorry, Miss Ava. You know, see, that's what I'm telling y'all. Her shows and movies are so impactful.
Right.
They just get you moving.
Right.
They do.
Yeah, she won the Critics' Choice Television Award for the Best Limited Series for When They See Us, if y'all didn't know. And she's constantly fighting. She's constantly doing little projects. I follow her on Twitter, and every day she's working on something, and I'm like, you go, girl. You go. And, yeah, she's amazing, and I hope that when her time comes in, and hopefully not anytime soon, or ever, if we really want to put it, that she's remembered and recognized for all those stories and all those people she told about, because it's important. Gotta remember the storytellers.
Yeah,
Really
it's
do.
so important. The people who tell the narrative.
That's right.
No, not only that, the people who tell the truth in the narrative.
Yeah.
There's a lot of narratives out there, but they all just lies.
That's right. So I know we didn't shout out to any black men, so I'm gonna just name a few black men because I feel like we really did give them many shout outs. But
we talked about Lakeith.
Denzel Washington. I mean, I hope you're remembered. You really be balling it out here, and you're still going.
For sure.
For sure. Jamie Foxx, you too.
Yes, definitely need his roses.
You know, Tyler Perry. I mean, we got some beef with you and these wigs you be creating for our black women. But you should also be remembered during this fine Black History Month. But please fix those wigs, please. At this point, man, I know you see these tweets. I know you see them. I know you see them.
Nah, I know you watched that video and saw that her wig was looking a mess. She should have been like cut, retake.
You know, shout out to Barack Obama, our forever president.
For sure.
Although there's a little beef with Barack, but we love him though.
Eddie Murphy, you really paved the way for a lot of people, and I hope you get. Well, you still get your flowers, but I hope you get more. Who else?
The way Chyra is looking at me right now.
What? We don't mess with Eddie Murphy? I thought we liked him.
No, she's mad about what I said about Barack.
Oh. Anyways,
we'll talk about this after.
We know what he did and what he didn't do. Kobe Bryant, rest in peace.
For sure.
Yo, Kobe.
Chadwick Boseman, rest in peace. Honestly, I don't think any of y'all are dead. Y'all know the little Michael Jackson. Y'all know the Michael Jackson theory where he's like.
Oh yeah, shout out to Michael Jackson too. But
we don't support that here.
We don't.
We don't like Michael Jackson.
No, we don't like him here.
What did he do?
Chyra.
Okay, but
we're gonna talk about this.
We gotta talk about this afterwards, bro.
In the name of Black History Month, we will not slander black men. So that's all I got.
Never once did I slander anybody.
That's not true. I'm pretty sure you did on our last episode.
Excuse me, I would like to give a shout out.
Who would you like to shout out, Chyra?
Oh, our first black female vice president of the United States.
Oh yes.
HU.
I mean, we got issues with you too, but for right now.
No. But you did make a little history. I'm not gonna lie. She made history.
She did. Nobody can take that away from her.
She did make history. You got a little dent in there though. We didn't forget. But
Facts.
You know, you made big history. Big history.
We're proud of
she
you.
did. They did your Vogue cover dirty though. Vogue cover dirty.
They did her Vogue cover dirty.
Oh my god.
That's all we got. That is our end of our wonderful Black History Month series. I cannot wait for 2022 so we can do this again. You know what? We might have to dedicate a whole nother month to Black History Month because I don't really see the point of having 1 month.
Honestly.
Black History is every day.
Just because today is the last day of February,
just
the last
because
day of Black History
the
Month,
white colonizers gave us this month does not mean this is the only month we can have, y'all.
Facts. We gonna continue to celebrate Black History.
I'm so sorry for
every day.
Actually, no.
No,
I'm not gonna apologize.
You apologize
I take it back.
We don't
I said
apologize
what I said.
on this podcast. Not to white people, at least. Oh, take it back.
Yes, we do. When we are in the wrong.
Yes.
Which is like 1% of the time. But we do. Sometimes.
Yeah.
Ish. Partly.
We do.
Yeah.
We got
That's
it
okay.
inside.
But yeah, guys, that is our podcast.
Y'all.
Oh, I'm so sorry, y'all.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, I say guys all the time.
I didn't say it throughout the whole podcast until this time. So big props to me.
Thank you.
I'm learning.
No, we're not gonna applaud you for doing the bare minimum.
No, I'm applauding myself because I had to be self-aware the whole time. I was like,
good.
Don't say guys. Don't
Happy
say guys.
that you're self-aware.
You know?
Thank you for.
But
we love accountability.
Children and adults and everyone else listening, we have some big things planned for March. Me and Carla. Actually, no, I'm not gonna spoil it because that's not how we rock and pop in the bubble. But stay tuned. We are back to our regular schedule.
Every other week
because
although we will be posting next weekend.
Y'all, this was truly, I hate to say it, but the worst idea ever.
The best worst idea.
No, because we were slumped. Like, time was against us. Life was against us. The world was against us.
Junior year decided to.
But y'all prospered.
Junior year decided to pick
prosper.
Up. We not done prospering yet because I still got a whole essay.
But February said, I'm gonna make this so hard for you.
Right.
That, oh man,
February is always the worst month in like my life.
I think I told Carla every single day, I was like, let's just not post. I was like, let's just not do it. It's not even worth it at this point.
Tali would be like, can we just not do it today?
I would literally just be like, can we just not?
And I would entertain the thought for a second, but I was like, no, we made a commitment. We gotta do it.
Like, honestly, if next year we don't do every Sunday, you understand why. You just understand.
We gave y'all a lot this month.
I hope y'all took something out of it because this was really... I will be taking a nap for the next 3 weeks straight once I get home. I promise you, I'm not getting out. I'm not going to work. I'm not doing nothing. I'm just going to sleep.
Well, I know when I speak... Oh, my bad, Carla.
No, I was going to say, my mom's going to be like, you don't get out of this bed. What do you do all day? Like, Mom, I'm catching up on 2 months worth of sleep, man. Leave me alone.
Oh, you guys are really going through it. But I know I speak for a lot of people that I really appreciate your hard work and dedication to educating people and just, creating a platform for a lot of voices. Appreciate it very much.
Thank you. We're waiting.
You guys are killing it. Huh?
We're waiting on your podcast when it's coming.
You know that meme, and it'd be like spring, fall, September. September. She said spring, September.
Nah, but we're waiting.
Yeah,
we're waiting.
Okay, we'll talk about that off camera. I mean, nah, I got y'all.
Yeah. Well,
I love you guys
so much. Oh, Chyra, shout yourself out on social media.
Facts. What's the socials?
What's the Insta?
I got you. You ready? The Insta, Chyra.Wiliams, CHYRA.Williams. You should know how to spell Williams.
Is that a shade to me for earlier?
she said He said, "Does Williams have 2 L's?" Like, I don't know.
I don't know, man. I don't know if people spell it differently out there. Maybe somebody got 1 L. Who knows?
But not really though. Definitely hit me up on there. You can add me on Snapchat. It's Chyra CHYRAEW. But I also want to say, like, I was part of Seeds. I don't know if you guys have any Seeds listeners out there, but I was definitely part of that. So if you have any questions, ask me. I go to Howard, even though we're virtual. I know a little something. It's definitely a big difference from going to HBC. I mean, from going to like a PWI to HBCU, even virtually. So hit me up if you have any questions about that. I'm rooting for everyone who's Black, to be honest. Quote from Issa Rae.
That's right.
Yeah, but hit me up and follow me.
Thank you for being here with us today,
We miss
Chyra. We miss you. We love you.
I'm gonna pull up in Jersey during break.
Thank you so much for inviting me. I love you guys too. Oh, you girls. Yeah, my bad. Cause I said guys.
She's talking to us.
Oh. You can call me guys. I don't have a problem with it.
But that's not right. We're working to do better. So I love you girls too. And I miss you guys so much. Oh my God. I miss you all so much. And thank you for having me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And good luck.
Thank y'all for tuning in to our last episode of Black History Month. Y'all still got some hours. Pay them Black people the reparations. I know y'all got a I had to say it at one point through this podcast, bro.
I'm surprised
I was waiting. I had to savor it for the best moment. But on a real note, your girl is applying to college, and it's the perfect time to pay for college. Black History Month. Reparations.
Or let that Black person cut you in line. It's the least you could do.
We're not even gonna talk about what happened today.
It's the least you could do.
Anyways, it's Black History Month. Pay up those reparations, because the government won't do it. I'm Tolly.
I'm Carla, and for the last time this year, that's on Black History Month.